Now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our next guest of honor, Air Marshal Manavendra Singh, PVSM, AVSM, VRC, VSM, ADC, Air Officer Commanding-in-Chief from Training Command. Welcome on the podium, sir. Over to you.
Honorable Shri Om Prakash Saklecha ji, Honorable Minister of MSME, Madhya Pradesh Government, Srimati Satyabama, Director MSME, Government of Karnataka, Shri Sachin Sabnes, and all the dignitaries present on the dais, people present over here, the innovators and the ecosystem, technical ecosystem of Bangalore. I'm very happy to be over here and to be a part of this event organized by LUB Karnataka chapter. I think it's the very, very important event to be held to empower the MSMEs and the people who form the ecosystem, to inform them what are the issues involved, what are the challenges, what are the opportunities, what are the various government provisions that are available to them, which Srimati Satyabama just now outlined, that various subsidies and various kind of financial incentives are available to you for whether you are starting a venture or whether you want to innovate further, whether you want to take your existing venture forward, you want to collaborate, you want to coordinate, you want to be a part of any kind of supply system, supply chain for the defense manufacturing as well as the supply chain system. At the central government level, I would like to share a few things with you, that the Defense Ministry has already said that there is a business opportunity for Indian manufacturers to the tune of 4 to 5 lakh crore rupees in the next 5 to 7 years. Now that's a huge opening up of opportunities for the Indian industry. And also the target has been set at almost 70% indigenization of all our defense equipment in the times to come. Now these challenges have got speeded up because of various things that are happening around us in the world. I'm sure you all are watching television, you read newspapers, you get your feed from the Google, and you are aware of the war going on between Ukraine and Russia. A large amount of our equipment is of Russian origin, and Ukraine is one of our top suppliers. So obviously with the war going on over there, there is a disruption in the supply chain. So they take this as an opportunity for the Indian suppliers to supplement whatever is required by the defense forces, whether it is Indian Air Force, Army or Navy. A large amount of our equipment is of those countries, and we will require support, and we will require you to pitch in to ensure that our equipment is maintained, all our spare parts are serviced, and much of it is indigenized so that our dependence on the foreign suppliers is reduced to a great extent. Also, plenty of incentives have been given in the Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020, wherein any of the items which are below 100 crores, they have been by and large reserved for the MSMEs. As far as the innovation goes, a large amount of incentive and large amount of encouragement is being given by all the three services, Army, Navy, Air Force, to whether they are individual innovators, whether they are technology developers, whether they are small companies, medium enterprises, anything that you have. Firstly, I'll talk about Indian Air Force. A couple of years ago, we had swarm drone competition announced about 3 to 4 years ago. And I'm very happy to tell you that a large number of companies from Bangalore participated in that. So Bangalore is a very important center as far as we are concerned in the Indian Air Force scheme of things, because Hindustan Aeronautics is based over here, and large amount of our companies which supply to us in terms of maintenance of our aircraft assets and all the other war fighting assets are there. Those companies are located over here. So just in October last year, when we celebrated the Swarnim Vijay Varsh of our victory, resounding victory of 1971, we also held the final competition of Swarm Drone Challenge. And I'm glad to tell you that right here in Yelahanka, we did that final part and distributed the prizes and the prize money to the winning companies. And this year, we have already announced the second phase of the competition, wherein we want the swarm to get bigger, to perform more complex tasks, and to take it to the cutting edge wherever anywhere else in the world, whatever has been achieved. I would like to believe that Indian innovators and technology developers in Bangalore have the capability and the capacity and the confidence to achieve all that. So I would exhort all of you, I would encourage all of you and request all of you to take part in that and see how far we can go. And as I said, timeline is extremely important to us because of the challenges involved in maintaining our equipment and also developing the indigenous ecosystems, which are totally dependent on the MSMEs. Whether it is going to be the maintenance of high technology systems like, say, our aircraft like Su-30s or LCA, the new aircraft that we are going to develop, LCA Mark II and AMCA, which is all being developed here by the Aeronautical Development Agency in Bangalore. And a whole lot of private sector companies are participating in that. So the MSMEs, once again, have a role to play. It is not only that the large companies are participants in these programs. They are also aggregators to a certain extent. They also ensure that they develop a system and then they finally outsource some of the components, some of the parts of the systems that they're going to supply to the even bigger aggregators or major contractors like Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. You'll be glad to know that the LCA is largely quite a bit privatized. The fuselage parts and the whole lot of other parts are manufactured by the Indian private industry. And many of them are MSME industries which are participating and providing those components, whether they are electronic components, structural components, propulsion components, anything. So the MSME has got a huge role to play in whatever we do on a daily basis. A few more ideas that I have to share with you. I'll tell you about that. At the air headquarter level, we have been engaged with the IDEX, that is the ecosystem for innovation in defense exports, defense products and everything, since 2018. And we have set up a directorate of aerospace design at air headquarters in New Delhi. So they are ready to collaborate and cooperate with anybody who's willing to supply any product to us, or he is willing to tell us any of the ideas that you might have. We are open to all ideas and we are ready to examine that and see what application it might have in our scheme of things. And also we have base repair depots established all over the country, and they are the ones who overhaul all our weapon systems, aircraft and everything. They also outsource the repair as well as production of equipment to a large extent. And they also support indigenization. Each of these base repair depots has got systems to place orders worth hundreds of crores for outsourcing of goods and services, outsourcing of repair services, and indigenization. And they are perfectly capable of testing these equipment and proving their worth, and thereafter they can be procured following the defense acquisition procedure in vogue as of now. Just to give you a sense of the figures, we had a requirement of indigenizing almost 60,000 lines of equipment all over the Indian Air Force. And out of that, in collaboration with the MSME and other Indian private industry players, we have managed to indigenize almost 40,000. Rest is under the indigenization process, but that's not the end, because this is just tip of the iceberg, this is just the beginning. We need to do much more, and it is a continuous process. We continue to identify more and more products for indigenization, because ultimately our goal would be 100% indigenization if possible, or at least 80 to 90% indigenization. So to reach that, we have to do a lot. and we have to do it together. From the Indian Air Force side, I would also like to share with you that to help the innovators develop the technologies, we are ready to offer subject matter experts advice. We're ready to provide hand-holding in terms of guiding the product development methodology and rendering of test facilities. That means we will be part of all the iterations. That naturally it is an iterative process. We will be very much part of it. And at each stage, we will provide you the guidance. We will provide you all the support that you need so that together we are able to reach the end state. The Indian Air Force is also involved intrinsically with the developers right from the design board till the development of final product, ensuring that the final product meets our requirement fully. So that means we will not leave you to your own devices and wait till the end. We will continue to guide you at each stage so that you do not fail and we do not fail together. This ensures high productivity, efficient resource utilization, and faster product development timelines. And recently, as you are aware, in October 21, Honorable Prime Minister had dedicated 7 DPSUs. They have been restructured into companies now. They have also been very large suppliers of equipment to us. So you have, as MSMEs, you also have an opportunity to collaborate with them, be as suppliers to them, that those products also ultimately reach us in many ways. Finally, I was going to talk to you about the challenges and opportunities. As I mentioned, that our target is 70% indigenization. So we do not only have to develop the technologies and the products for Indian market. We will be your test customers, so to speak. We will be your partners in development of technology. But at the same time, whatever you develop, there is enough market for it because of the price arbitrage that we have, price advantage and the technology advantage that we have. I'm sure there is huge, huge market waiting even for the export orders that might come your way. So right from the beginning, my advice and my request to you would be that please develop the products of quality. Do not think that it is a one-off thing which you just need to generate profit. Profit obviously is built into everything that you do. But you have to ensure products are of quality and they will have a name. And once the Indian Armed Forces endorse your product, I'm sure there are plenty of buyers for your products all over the world. Timelines are extremely important to us because, as I mentioned, the challenges that are emanating all around us, the wars that are happening elsewhere in the world have got an impact on disruption of supply chains for us. And also please remember that if the technology development takes too long, it gets outdated. The technology has got a shelf life. You have to ensure that you develop it quickly so that we put it into use very quickly. Then only we have an advantage. Whatever has got outdated will have no use for us. That is why I also mentioned earlier that we will be co-creators and co-collaborators along with you, so that we quickly finish it in the timeline that we together sit down and decide. Also, please remember that you may be supplying one part of the whole ecosystem. So that could be crucial and critical. If that does not come about in time, then obviously the whole weapon system is held up. And it will not be usable in war. So to that extent, once again, it is extremely important. And when you produce a product, you should also be ready to support it through and through its entire life cycle. You have to ensure that firstly, the product is of very high quality and it does not fail and it stands the rigorous conditions that we together will specify, and it is able to work in the conditions that we have agreed that it should work. Because Indian Armed Forces have to fight the wars from minus 55 degrees to plus 55 degrees. From the icy mountains to the seas and in the jungles, everywhere else. So the products have to withstand those rigorous conditions, and they should be able to function under all conditions. Also, please remember, when we fight the war, we would like to have the confidence that whatever product we are using, it will not fail. Our people are ready to lay down their lives, but the equipment should not fail. So you have to keep that in mind, that you are also serving the country in your own way. You are also patriotic in your own way, and your equipment is going to ensure that this country will always win. It will always prevail. So please keep that at the back of your mind, and I'm sure you'll do the right thing that is required. And when you have to support your product, it will also mean that there will be warranty repairs, there would be AMC, maintenance contracts that will be given by the armed forces. So all those are also source of revenue to you. It is not only the product that you sell. So there is enough revenue to be made by the MSMEs, and I also look at the MSMEs as huge employment generators for the youth of our country, because there are tremendous number of well-qualified youth and highly technically capable youth who would like to do something on their own. They would like to be entrepreneurs, or they would like to be part of ecosystem which is doing something useful for the country. So please be a part of it, part of that. When we develop a product, we also need to upgrade our testing facilities and certifying agencies, because sometimes a product takes a very long time to get certified that it is fit to be utilized, because we have a system, especially in aviation and even elsewhere, we have a certification system that the product which has been supplied is absolutely capable of doing what it is designed to do and for the duration that it is supposed to do. So these certification processes or the testing labs, whether they come from the third party or they are the government certified labs, those also need to upgrade, and they'll also have to work according to a timeline so that the product gets certified very quickly and put to use, because we require it as of day before yesterday. And if they are the labs and the testing agencies, if they are of international quality, then that will also ensure that the products are export worthy, and they will be readily picked up by the international buyers and the international various agencies. So this will open up the more and more opportunities in the international arena for all our MSMEs. Finally, to conclude, I would like to say that the defense sector is today offering huge opportunities to the MSMEs and everybody else. So we need to come forward and take charge of this opportunity and derive value from it in terms of increasing our productivity, increasing our employment generation, increasing our adding to the GDP that we do in terms of our production capabilities, and show to the world what we are really worth. I think we are only lagging behind because we have not applied a mind to it, or we have not got down to doing things, or we have not had the opportunities to do things. So now here is a massive opportunity which has come our way due to whatever reasons, but I think it is a huge positive for all of us, and we need to take charge of it and benefit from it in every possible way. So I'm sure MSMEs will contribute and participate in the entire defense procurements in the times to come. On this positive note, I would like to thank the organizers of IMS 2022 and Laghu Udyog Bharati for giving us an opportunity to come and interact with all of you, to come and meet and greet all of you, and be a part of this entire Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan and Make in India initiative. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.